So, for our last bit of fun for our Christmas special, we have a Christmas movie tier list because, of course, we do. We can't come all this way and not do a Christmas movie tier list. So, we have many Christmas movies here. We will only be ranking the Christmas movies that we have seen. So
there is a haven't seen rank on the list.
Okay, yeah. So that's how we're going to navigate it. So we have top of the nice list, great, all right, not the best, ho ho horrible, and haven't seen.
That's funny.
So yeah, we've got some classics here. We've got some new ones. Let's jump into it. Starting with, well, should we start bottom to top to bottom or bottom to top?
Top to bottom.
Top to bottom. Okay. So
what is this? A revisionist tier list?
So Noel.
Haven't seen it.
Yeah, this is a Disney Plus Christmas movie that came out a while back. I have not seen it. I have no interest in seeing it. Yeah, Bill Hader, Anna Kendrick. I don't know.
I do love Bill Hader.
Bill Hader's great.
I just haven't seen this movie.
Yeah, I love Barry. You know, big fan of Barry. But yeah, this just feels like a completely generic Disney Plus thing. Merry Christmas, Drake and Josh.
I haven't seen it.
I
feel like most of these I just haven't seen.
Yeah, we may not remember seeing this, but we both have seen Drake and Josh. So
we've seen the show. I've definitely seen the show. I don't think I ever saw the movie.
Yeah, so I have a lot of nostalgia for the Drake and Josh show. So I don't know. I feel like I'm willing to put it in the all right category because we do have nostalgia for the show at least.
That's fair.
Or do you want lower?
I feel like probably not the best because
the
quality of those like Nickelodeon TV show turned movies are always very
spotty.
Poorly produced. Yeah.
Yeah, very spotty. The Night Before, haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, no idea. 8 Crazy Nights. This is the Adam Sandler Hanukkah movie.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I hear people like it though. A Christmas Story. It's been years since I've seen A Christmas Story, but I feel like we've all seen it at least once.
Yes. It has such classic moments, like the lug lamp, the Fragile package.
Exactly, yeah.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid. It's very quotable.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can put it at top of the nice list for me personally.
Sure.
Because I always remember being just a little bit scared to watch that movie.
Yeah, sure. So how about great then? Because it is a classic. So.
Yeah, I would put it at great.
So let's put that in great.
But it always made me nervous. I was like, I don't want to watch him. He's gonna shoot his eye out. He's gonna get in trouble with his parents for saying the F word. It freaked me out as a kid.
And so next we have a Charlie Brown Christmas. This has to be top of the nice list.
Top of the nice list. I mean,
that is an absolute classic. I've every year in elementary school around Christmas, we would watch A Charlie Brown Christmas. And I have such fond memories of watching A Charlie Brown Christmas in class, both because we're watching a movie in class, that's awesome, but also because like it is just like the perfect like wholesome Christmas cartoon. Like I don't know what else to say. The music is so good.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I honestly want to go back and rewatch A Charlie Brown Christmas because
literally every year now we get a big tree and what we call a Charlie Brown Christmas tree, which is just a little one.
So yeah, top of the nice list, definitely. Next we have the Jim Carrey A Christmas Carol. Again, it's been years since I've seen it, but I mean, I love A Christmas Carol. I love Jim Carrey. It's basically just those two aspects combined. Yeah. So although it's not super memorable compared to other Christmas Carol adaptations, like I hope we get a Muppet Christmas Carol later on, but
or the Scrooge, not Scrooge,
Scrooge,
Mr. Magoo.
Oh yeah.
Is the one I always watch every year. I would probably put the Jim Carrey one in all right because I don't remember it at all.
Yeah, it's not even close to the most memorable adaptation, but it is a solid one. So. Yeah. So next we have, I just think this is so funny that this is even here, A Medea Christmas, which I can't remember if I've seen it or not, but this is definitely the kind of movie that we would have had on DVD at some point growing up, and I feel like, I don't know, I mean, the whole Tyler Perry Medea character is so stupid, but they are funny movies. I can't deny those do tend to be very funny movies. So again, I barely remember it. I'll put it in maybe not the best, but at least I'll vouch for seeing it. So, Arthur Christmas, no idea. Have you ever seen this?
I vaguely remember it as a kid, and I remember it being very much mediocre.
So yeah,
probably also not. I'd put it in not the best.
Okay.
Because it wasn't bad by any means, but it just wasn't that memorable.
So the Billy Bob Thornton Bad Santa. I've heard of this movie, never seen it. I'm told it's a decently funny comedy, but since neither of us have seen it, haven't seen. Bah Humduck, a Looney Tunes Christmas. Maybe saw it growing up, don't remember it.
Don't remember it, haven't seen it.
Barbie Nutcracker, yeah,
haven't seen it.
Disney Beauty and the Beast, The Enchanted Christmas.
Haven't seen it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, if I have seen it, I don't remember. Babes in Toyland, no idea. Casper's Haunted Christmas, don't remember. Do you remember this?
No, I remember watching the original Casper movies.
Yeah,
don't know if I ever saw the Christmas.
Yeah, I saw the original Casper movie, but I don't remember a Christmas special. So, Daddy's Home 2 with Mel Gibson. I mean, I haven't seen it, obviously, but I remember when this movie came out.
I remember seeing trailers or possibly clips from it on TV, and I thought it was pretty bad.
Yeah, so, but you haven't actually seen it.
I haven't actually seen it, so you can put it in haven't seen.
Yeah, we've both heard of it, but haven't actually seen it. Okay, now we get our first big talking point.
This is the controversial one.
Yeah, so every year the conversation goes back and forth. Is Die Hard a true Christmas movie? For me, my answer is straightforward. I mean, yes, it is. I mean, it's just because you're an action movie doesn't preclude you from also being a Christmas movie, you know?
Yeah, is Violent Night with David Harbour not a Christmas movie?
Exactly.
It's an action movie. I haven't seen it, but I've always been a firm believer that Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Yes.
And I've been campaigning with my dad to make it a Christmas tradition of seeing it.
Yeah.
Every year, so I would put that top of the nice list personally.
Exactly, yeah, and it's not just the aesthetics of obviously it's set at Christmas time, it's set at an office Christmas party, but also it's all about one of the greatest themes of Christmas that we were talking about, which is reuniting with family.
Extreme violence.
Exactly, and murdering German terrorists as well. And so, what could be more Christmassy than that? So, yeah, John McClane, he's just a hard-boiled New York cop, in LA to visit his ex-wife. And, yeah, he gets caught up in this crazy situation. And, he's got to save the day on Christmas Eve. I feel like it's top of the nice list.
Yeah, for sure.
Deck the Halls. This is actually a fun movie. I've seen this Deck the Halls a few times. And, I mean, listen, I love me some Danny DeVito. And Danny DeVito just does such a great job of playing a little stinker. And he does a perfect job of that in this. It's basically it's all about Danny DeVito and Matthew Broderick trying to out-decorate their houses. And it turns into this, crazy over-the-top Christmas decoration competition. And it's a fun movie. It's a really fun movie. Have you seen it?
I have not seen it, so I'm going to have to defer completely to you.
I would definitely recommend it. It's definitely a fun movie. I enjoyed watching it growing up. Honestly, it's not a classic like Charlie Brown Christmas or Die Hard, but I do have very fond memories of it. So,
great.
There's a part of me that, we'll put it in great for now. Yeah, we'll put it in great for now. I don't want to oversell it because it's been a while, but it is a very, very fun watch. Okay, here's another famous or infamous one. The Will Ferrell Elf movie. I feel like, this is my opinion of the Will Ferrell Elf movie. Elf is fun the first time. It's fun. It's it's a fun movie to watch in class, or it's a fun movie the first time you watch it. But I swear, I feel like those people who rewatch Elf every year are fucking annoying. Honestly, they are annoying. This movie is annoying. after the first time, the charm wears off. I don't know why people love this movie.
Thought I was the only one, because it seems like everyone I've talked to loves this movie, and there's so many people who this is their favorite movie of all time.
They rewatch it every year. Yeah.
And it's just, I enjoy it, but part of me struggles to get excited about it. And I think maybe part of it is because the movie itself, there are parts that are just so awkward and like difficult to watch.
Yeah.
Because there is a lot of like cringe humor in it.
I was gonna say it's very much 2000s era cringe humor, definitely.
Yeah.
Where it's like a man-child who's constantly screaming and shouting and running around. Yeah.
Yeah. So as great as that movie is, I don't know if I can put it top on my list.
Yeah. No,
sounds like neither of us can.
Yeah, I feel like honestly, if I want to get that flavor of humor from that era, I would just watch Step Brothers, honestly. Like, that's the Will Ferrell comedy that I would rewatch if I want that brand of humor. I wouldn't go for Elf. So it's fun the first time, but yeah, I just don't understand rewatching it every year. So I don't know. I would put it in, I don't know, all right. Is that fair?
I can agree to that. I feel like that's a little low. That might get us some flack in the comments.
Oh, that's all right.
Which, if you have a different tier list, please comment down below.
Absolutely, yeah. We'd love to hear about it. So
yeah. Tell us why we're wrong, and we'll put you on blast in the next episode.
Exactly. Yeah, we will go point by point refuting why you're wrong. Okay, Disney's Eloise at Christmas Time. No idea. Never heard of that. Yeah. Ernest Saves Christmas.
That's definitely Paul Rudd. I can tell by the face, but I haven't seen it.
No, it's not Paul Rudd. It's
not Paul
Ernest
Rudd.
Ernest is a character that popped up in a few movies. Like there's like Ernest Scared Straight, and there's a few like Ernest movies. It's not Paul Rudd. It's a different actor.
You're telling me that is not Paul Rudd's face right there.
It is not. It is not. In fact, I'll prove it to you.
What the hell?
Ernest Saves Christmas. Starring Jim Varney. Jim Varney is the Ernest actor.
Wow.
Yeah, and there were a few of these movies too. So.
That's so weird because he doesn't look anything like Paul Rudd.
Yeah, Ernest Saves Christmas. Ernest Goes to Camp. Ernest Rides Again. Ernest Goes to School. So yeah, there were a few of them in like the 80s and 90s. Huh. But yeah, I've never seen this one though, so haven't seen. Four Christmases with Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon. I've never seen it. Have you seen it?
I have seen it. I really don't like rom-coms. I've just never enjoyed them. Yeah. I wouldn't say that this movie is horrible, but it is certainly not the best. Okay, so yeah.
I'll defer to you on that. There is one rom-com that I can stand, and it's a Christmas rom-com. We'll get to it on this list. Okay, next up is Fred Claus, another Vince Vaughn movie. I don't know that I've seen this one.
I have not.
Friday After Next. Yeah, no idea.
I haven't seen it.
Christmas in the Hood. That's pretty funny. Frosty the Snowman, classic animation. It's a classic, but I don't know that I feel really strongly about it.
Yeah. I feel like I've only seen it a few times because there hasn't been a strong desire to rewatch it.
So I don't know. All right?
I'd put it all right.
Yeah. I will say, actually, now that I've heard of Friday After Next, I kind of want to look that up. That actually looks funny. But anyway, yeah. So another Frosty thing. Frosty's Winter Wonderland.
Haven't seen it.
Yeah, haven't seen.
Here's another rom-com with Matthew McConaughey leaning against the love interest.
Yeah, I mean, he loves it. We love to do that. You can't always run from your past. Never seen it.
Never seen it.
Yeah. Gremlins. Is Gremlins a Christmas movie? I don't remember.
I guess so. I actually have never seen Gremlins.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen clips from it, but I've never actually watched the whole thing. So, yeah, I guess haven't seen. Happiest Season. This was the Kristen Stewart rom-com from a couple years ago. Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I know of it at least.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so here we go. We're getting into the Home Alone series. Home Alone 3, never saw it. Never saw
Is
it.
that the one they recast?
Yeah, this is one with a
Yeah,
different kid.
I have not seen it.
Yeah, and he's like, saving like a North Korean like supercomputer chip like from like a bunch of people. Like it's crazy. Like apparently the plot I don't know if it's also a Christmas thing, but the plot just goes totally off the rails. It's a different kid, and it's like a North Korean like supercomputer chip that he has to defend from like all these people. So yeah,
Bizarre.
it goes off the rails. All right, Home Alone 1. Classic, obviously. Yeah, I mean it's a John Hughes. Yeah, it's John Hughes, right, as the director. Yeah, John Hughes movie, which I mean no one has more consistently captured cozy holiday vibes in movies than John Hughes. I mean, he does a great job with that. The John Williams score, obviously the face, that literally.
I mean, so many moments of this film are quotable.
Absolutely, and iconic, really.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I love the Wet Bandits. I love Joe Pesci, and I'm forgetting the other actor's name, but they do a phenomenal job. I love how easily Joe Pesci transitions from like playing hardened gangsters in Scorsese movies to like being this like goofy like house
slapstick
robber. Yeah, like a slapstick goofy guy in Home Alone. It's awesome. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's a classic. I can't deny that at all. So. Yeah, and I love Home Alone 1. So, top of the nice list?
I can agree to that.
There we go. All right, so I only equivocate because honestly, the more I think about it, the more I feel like Home Alone 2 might be a little bit better than Home Alone 1.
Really?
Like, honestly, this holiday season, if I can only rewatch one Home Alone movie, I would probably rather rewatch Home Alone 2. I feel like, again, you've got all the elements that worked from the first film. Kevin is alone again. His family, his massive family could not give less of a shit about him. They forgot about him again. They all like went to Florida, and then he got left behind in New York. This one brings in Tim Curry as the hotel concierge, who that's just awesome. You've got the traps again. He's lost in New York. You get the Donald Trump jump scare. It's like, honestly, it's like everything you love from Home Alone 1 plus a bit more. And as you know, I'm a sucker for Christmas in New York. So for me, I feel like Home Alone 2 is the one that I would rather rewatch. And if we put Home Alone 1 in top of the nice list, I feel like Home Alone 2 has to be there too.
That's fair. I feel like I can't vouch for it as strongly, but that's just because it's been much longer since I've seen it. So I just don't really remember it that well.
Yeah.
But I trust your judgment, so I'd put it at top of the nice list.
Yeah, I think we can agree that Home Alone and Home Alone 2 are an awesome Christmas double feature. I mean, those two are perfect. So, okay, another Jim Carrey take on a Christmas classic, Jim Carrey's The Grinch. I would say The Grinch is stronger than Jim Carrey's Christmas Carol.
Yeah. So, honestly, I would put Jim Carrey Grinch at top of the nice list.
Yeah, I'm okay with that, honestly.
Jim Carrey's
Grinch is, dare I say, iconic.
Yes.
It is. I mean, you talk about having a lot of quotable moments and just instantly recognizable moments. Jim Carrey's Grinch has got that.
Wallow in self-pity. 5 o'clock.
Also, one of my all-time favorite behind-the-scenes stories from a movie is the story of how in that one shot where the Grinch is supposed to like rip the tablecloth off, in that shot, all of the stuff on the table is supposed to go flying, all the china and all that stuff. It was supposed to make a big mess. But when Jim Carrey did it on set, he pulled it off perfectly, and all the stuff just remained on the table. So he then had to go back and just knock all the stuff off. And they just kept that in the movie. They just kept that take in the movie, which I love.
I love that.
He accidentally tore it off perfectly. So yeah, that's just a really cool story. Okay, the original How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Classic animation, very fond memories. But honestly, I feel like the live action surpasses it.
Yeah.
So you
I
think
agree with that.
Great? You think?
I would put it at great.
Yeah. All right, next. It's a Wonderful Life. Okay, well, we talk about classics. This is, I would say, the classic for a lot of people.
Yes. It's definitely a classic for my parents. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I remember watching it as a kid and thinking, this is boring as hell. Black and white, slow paced because it's one of those older movies.
Yeah.
Didn't really understand what was going on because I wasn't really paying attention. So my memories of it are not great, but I do know that it genuinely is a much more compelling story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I would say I just have so much respect for it because for generations of people, this was the Christmas movie. And really, it's another riff on A Christmas Carol. It's all about George Bailey going on this journey to rediscover what makes, not just what makes Christmas special, but what makes life worth living, really. Yeah. I mean, I think that's really what kind of sets it above. It's not just about rediscovering the magic of Christmas. It's about rediscovering the magic of life. Yeah, which is pretty cool. So,
and every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings is
exactly
probably one of the most used quotes of all time.
Exactly.
For many movies. So I would probably put Wonderful Life at great.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would even go so far as to say top of the nice list, just for historical relevance.
Yeah.
Because it is an absolute classic. Okay. Michael Keaton, Jack Frost. I don't remember this.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I have no idea. Jingle All the Way. Okay.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it? Oh,
I have not seen this. Wait.
This is the Arnold Christmas movie.
I may have actually seen this.
Where he's trying to get the Turbo Man action figure. It's his quest to get Turbo Man.
Does this have a scene where he fills a Hummer with diesel instead of regular gasoline and the car explodes? And then he's also stuck at the airport.
No, I don't remember. I don't remember that. I don't think there was an airport scene.
Oh, but I might be thinking of a different movie then.
Yeah, but Jingle All the Way is really fun. I mean, Arnold is just. Well, Arnold is Arnold. I mean, you can't not like Arnold, and he is so funny in this movie. Puts the cookie down. He's talking to Phil Hartman, the neighbor, who's rizzing up his wife, and all this stuff, and is he's beating up people to get the Turbo Man action figure, and is just again.
Yeah, there is a big brawl scene in the Toy Story, isn't there?
Yeah, there is absolutely. Yeah. And then it's a really fun movie. I really like it. I would definitely rewatch it this holiday season. I don't know. I mean, I feel like this has to be at least great, if not top. Since you haven't seen it, how about we'll compromise and we'll do great. How about that?
Okay. Yeah.
But I would definitely recommend it. Krampus.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. And I also have a grudge against it because the director of this movie, his next movie after this was Godzilla King of the Monsters, which that was such a disappointing sequel to Godzilla 2014. I resent this movie for giving that director a platform to then ruin a franchise that I really like. So, yeah.
Have you heard much about Godzilla -1?
I've only been hearing good things, honestly. Everyone.
Yeah, I haven't seen a single trailer though. I've heard nothing about it aside from it's really good.
Yeah, that's all I've been hearing, honestly. So, yeah, I might check it out at some point because I do like a good Godzilla movie. But yeah, people seem to be loving it. It's and it's an actual Japanese production too. It's not part of the American Godzilla franchise, which is pretty neat. So anyway, Queen Latifah, Last Holiday. Never seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Okay, so this is the movie that I was talking about. There's one rom-com that I can stand, and it's this one. And this is for me, this is the ultimate Christmas rom-com. And I mean, it's still a rom-com, but what I like about it is for most of the movie, it's actually very anti-love, which is what I like. All of the characters are either struggling with love or actively trying to get away from their loved ones, and doing all this stuff. And so, it's just I like all these different interweaving stories. I think it's interesting how they tie the different stories together and these completely different people together. On one hand, there's the storyline of the British Prime Minister, and then you've got the story of these two porn actors.
Stars, yeah.
And it's everyone in between. There's one author who can't finish her book, and and so on and so forth and so on. Rowan Atkinson is in it, so that's always a plus. Yeah, I mean, it's a fun watch, honestly. It's as rom-coms go, it's actually pretty enjoyable, which is a unique thing for me to say. So
this one I do have very fond memories of.
Yeah.
So that might deserve to go top of the nice list.
Yeah, I'm okay with that, honestly, actually. Especially for a rom-com, it's really impressive how inoffensive it is, I guess, for lack of a better term. So Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas, I don't remember it, so yeah, no idea. Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas. Okay, so the sequel. Nope. Yeah, no idea. Miracle on 34th Street. Well, it's John Hughes, which, we love John Hughes. It's been a while since I've seen it. I haven't seen it since I was a kid. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's another good classic standard Christmas movie. I would not put it on the same level as It's a Wonderful Life, but it's kind of a similar thing, similar idea.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that was another one of those movies that I remember as a kid being very boring. But I'm sure as an adult I would have a newfound appreciation of it. But I don't remember it all that well.
And that's really the main thing. So I would say maybe not the best tier.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. Do you want to say all right?
I mean, there's two versions of Miracle on 34th Street there. I don't know if they're different.
Oh yeah, so this is like the old one, and then this is, I guess they remade it probably.
I would probably put the remake on not the best and the old one on all right.
Okay, yeah, I'm good with that. Oh, where did I put it? Oh, here it is. Okay. Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol? Never seen it.
This one is a tradition in my household.
Oh, okay.
We watch it every single year. It's a retelling of the Scrooge Christmas Carol story, but using the Mr. Magoo cartoon character, which I don't really know that much about, but I guess he was a cartoon character that was kind of this old man with really poor eyesight, and so he gets into a bunch of hijinks. But the way they stage it in this movie is that Mr. Magoo is on Broadway performing a musical, and so has a bunch of musical numbers. It's just adorable. We love it every year. It's got to be top of the nice list for me.
All right, fair enough. I will defer to you. Well, actually, because I haven't seen it, can we put it at great? Is that fair?
I can put it at great.
I won't.
Highly recommend it, though.
No, yeah, we'll put it top of the nice list. That's fine.
I think that's the one movie where I kind of have to use my veto power and say this is going top of the nice list.
No, that's fine. Yeah, so we'll put the top of the nice list. The Muppet Christmas Carol. I really do think that this is my favorite Christmas Carol adaptation. I love the Muppet Christmas Carol. It is an absolute classic. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, I just honestly, I feel like the Muppets improve any story, any classic literature story. You put the Muppets in it, and it's better. Yeah. And so.
It's been a long time since I've seen it. But I can greatly appreciate just the fact that Michael Caine was acting at the top of his game with a bunch of Muppets.
I mean, yeah.
That's got to earn it a ton of points.
Yeah, so I feel like this has got to be very high up. I don't know. How about great? Because it sounds like it's been a while since both of us have seen it. But I definitely.
If you feel like it's top of the list, then put it top of the list. But
yeah, well,
I'm deferring to you on this one.
Yeah, we'll leave it at great for now. But we can revise that. What is this? Mixed Nuts?
I'm
not familiar with this. Yeah, never heard of it actually. Okay, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. This is a funny one. I haven't seen it in a while, but it is definitely one that I've enjoyed. Have you seen it?
I have not seen it.
Yeah, no, it's funny, yeah. So I would say let's put it in all right. Yeah. Okay, now here we go. The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Is this a Christmas movie?
Yeah, well that's
or is it a Halloween movie?
That is a question. Um, I I mean, it's a cop out, but I would argue it can legitimately claim to be both.
Yeah. I
Um,
think it's a Thanksgiving movie because it's like
yeah,
right, right
split
in
the
the middle.
difference. Yeah, honestly. Um, I mean,
It
it's
is
great. I
it
mean,
is
it's
great. Tim Burton is
yeah.
fantastic in
I
all of his
mean,
stuff.
in fact, I would say one of the greatest stop motion animation films of all time. I mean, it's an absolute classic. So, yeah, I mean, if we consider it to be a Christmas movie, I would say top of the nice list. I mean,
Sure.
yeah, I mean it's not just a great Christmas movie, it's also a great Halloween movie. You get two
Yeah.
for one. So, Olive the Other Reindeer, never heard of it.
I haven't seen it.
Office Christmas Party.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, haven't seen it. This one, I remember when this one came out. It came out a few years ago, but yeah, I never saw it. Rise of the Guard. Is this a Christmas movie? Rise of the Guardians?
Yeah, I believe it was kind of an animated kids movie from
Oh, okay, yeah.
mid 2000s.
Yeah, yeah, I want to say like yeah, like maybe like late 2000s, early 2010s around there, but yeah,
Yeah.
I never saw it, so.
I remember it being very mediocre.
Hmm. Is this our first Ho Ho Horrible?
Yeah, you could probably put it horrible.
All right, yeah.
As a Christmas movie, it like wasn't a Christmas movie, but it
Yeah.
did have Santa in it.
Hmm.
It was weird.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the original stop motion. It's great. Christmas classic. I
Classic
mean,
stop motion.
yeah, I mean, again, it's very simple, very straightforward, but it works, you know?
It's simple but effective.
Exactly. You know, it comes up on TV when you're a kid. You know, you'll spend half an hour and you'll watch it. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess I would say all right or great.
I put it
I'd
great.
say yeah, great. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
put it at great. Okay, now this is another Rudolph. Rudolph and the Island of Misfit Toys. I don't have any idea. I haven't seen it, so.
I remember it
Hmm.
vaguely being pretty much on par with the original.
Oh, okay. So.
I think it just.
Well, how about we
Well, I put it on
delineate?
all right.
Yeah, how about we delineate by putting it on all right?
Because I do remember less of it.
Santa Buddies.
Horrible.
Yeah, I honestly I never got the craze of like the Air Bud and Santa Buddies and
I always hated
yeah,
those movies.
yeah, like literally just like Golden Retriever movies. I never got the appeal of them.
But you have to put it in horrible.
Oh, because you've seen it?
I have
haven't
seen
it.
Santa Buddies.
Okay, so yeah,
It's
horrible. Santa Claus is coming to town. Now, I actually do remember watching this. This is another
Really?
this is another one of those random stop motion animation Christmas movies that would come up on TV. But it's good actually. I remember liking it. I mean, for a little kid, it works.
I think I
So
vaguely remember seeing this when I was
yeah,
really, really young.
exactly. Yeah. So for that nostalgia, I would put it on the same level as Rudolph. I would say, or maybe all right tier. What do you think?
I'll defer to you.
Because it's been a while, I would say, yeah, let's put it at all right. But I do remember as a young kid liking it. So hold on, let me. Oh, where did I put it?
You grabbed a different.
Oh,
You grabbed the Mickey Mouse thing.
okay, yeah. As you can see, I'm on my trackpad here, not using my mouse. So sorry about the awkwardness of that.
Shame.
Scrooged. Okay, well, Scrooged is good.
It is good.
Bill Murray.
I
Bill Murray
remember
a lot.
watching it like last year or 2 years ago
Hmm.
and being very pleasantly surprised.
So great, you think?
Yeah, I can put it at great.
All right, let's put it at great. All right. Snow Globe. This looks like some like terrible generic Lifetime movie, Christmas movie.
Yeah, haven't seen it.
Remember that night?
Haven't
No
seen it.
idea. No idea at all. SpongeBob SquarePants Christmas.
Haven't seen it.
I don't remember it, but since it's SpongeBob, I mean, we have to rank it. I mean,
You were talking the other day about how much you love SpongeBob.
I'm telling you. I mean, it's important that the next generation understands how pivotal this was in our childhood. So, I mean, I feel like if I use that same logic for Drake and Josh, I have to use it on SpongeBob.
Fair.
And for that reason, I would say all right.
Okay.
The Christmas Chronicles 2. Never saw it.
I may have seen it, but I don't remember it. So you could probably just put haven't seen.
All right. Okay, so this is the Benedict Cumberbatch Grinch from a few years ago. I will say the animation is nice. I mean, it's Illumination. The animation is impressive, but it is completely inessential as another Grinch movie.
Yeah, and as far as animation go, like the quality is good, but it's also just kind of basic.
Yeah, I mean, it's
like Illumination styles all of the movies exactly the same, and it's just I haven't seen it, but I like purposefully did not watch it because I do feel like it was horrible.
Yeah, no, I have seen it once. The animation is nice, it's a pretty enough movie to look at, but again, there's nothing in there that you haven't seen before. I can promise you that. I mean, it is literally the Grinch story that you've seen 10 times before. I would definitely recommend the Jim Carrey Grinch over it. But I mean, it wasn't offensively bad. So I would say like not the best, I guess.
Okay.
Sure. The Perfect Holiday, never seen it.
Never seen it.
All right, Christmas Chronicles 1, still never saw it.
Yeah, I don't. Was that Kurt Russell?
Yeah, that's Kurt Russell.
Yeah, I think I did see that as a kid. You probably put it as not great.
Also, I made
being very inoffensive.
Okay, so not the best?
Yeah, not the best.
Okay. And then I think I may have skipped over this one. Tom and Jerry, Nutcracker. I don't know that I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
Love Tom and Jerry, but never saw that. Legend of Frosty the Snowman. This does not ring a bell.
Nope.
Wait, what does that say? Told and sung by Burt Reynolds. What?
What?
Burt Reynolds sings?
I definitely haven't seen this version of Frosty. I can tell you that.
I've never heard of that.
Burt Reynolds. Whoa.
Okay. The Polar Express. All right. Well, this is definitely, I mean, wouldn't you say that this is also, didn't I already put this in haven't seen? Yeah. So this was a huge Christmas movie when we were young, The Polar Express. I mean, I'm sure you, like me, have seen this movie several times growing up. I love The Polar Express. I mean, there's no question about that. I would even go so far as to say top of the nice list.
I can agree with that. Good. It's been a while since I've seen it, but it's very memorable.
I mean, honestly, just for that scene of the train skidding around on the frozen lake alone.
I know.
Is I think is
drifted a train.
Drifted a train, which that was so cool. Yeah, so love that. The Preacher's Wife. Yeah, no idea, never seen it. Trading Places a Christmas movie?
I guess it is.
Okay. Well,
decent.
Yeah, I mean, I Trading Places is a fun movie.
Yeah.
Definitely great 80s comedy. So, obviously love Dan Aykroyd, Eddie Murphy. So, yeah, I mean, it's a fun movie. I don't know if it's a Christmas movie, but it is a fun movie. I would put it at, I don't know, all right, you think?
Yeah, as a Christmas movie, it's not really a Christmas movie. So, yeah, all right.
All right.
As a standalone movie, I'd say at least great.
Yeah, it's a better just general comedy than it is a Christmas movie. But yeah, it's a fun comedy. All right, Santa Claus 1. I like Santa Claus 1. It's Tim Allen is a charming guy, He's from the Home Improvement show, and we all like that in the 90s. So yeah, and it is a very funny concept as well, the Santa Claus. Santa dies, and if you're responsible for his death, then you have to take up the mantle.
Is it if you're responsible for his death, or if you're just the first person to pick up the coat?
Or I guess if you're just the first person to find him, yeah, it's then the Santa Claus is in effect, and you basically get abducted to the North Pole to become the new Santa. So it's a pretty funny concept for a movie, and I think it's well executed. So I would say great, honestly. I would put it next to Scrooge. Really?
Interesting.
Yeah. Is that all right with you? Next to Scrooge.
I will say, though, immediately, I feel like 2 and 3 you can't put as great. I feel like they'd be
yeah,
lower than that.
yeah, well, we'll get to 3 now. So Santa Claus 3, better than Santa Claus 2. I will say I do like the Jack Frost Santa rivalry a lot. I think that does work well. And Martin Short, I think, yeah, that's the actor's name. Martin Short is Jack Frost. Yeah, I think he kills it. Like, he is so over the top and zany and weird in that movie.
I mean, he's Martin Short. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. And so it is a very fun rivalry between Tim Allen Santa Claus and Martin Short Jack Frost. So I would put it a tier below Santa Claus. I'd put it in all right.
Yeah.
But definitely better than Santa Claus 2. All right, what is this?
I haven't seen it.
The Ultimate Christmas. No idea. 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. No idea. 'Twas the Night. Just 'Twas the Night. No idea. Unaccompanied Minors. No idea. Winnie the Pooh, A Very Merry Pooh Year. May have seen it at some point, but don't remember it. The Christmas with the Cranks. This is kind of an unexpected classic for me. I wouldn't say like I have a ton of love or nostalgia for Christmas with the Cranks, but it does have some fun moments. You know, it basically is just, you know, Tim Allen being this like curmudgeon-y guy the whole time, and you know, he's like his daughter's coming home for Christmas, and so, you know, we have to kind of get back in the spirit, and the whole like neighborhood is like all, you know, like crazy for Christmas, and it's like a scandal that this family isn't putting Christmas decorations up this year.
Yeah, so, I thought he wanted to like go on a cruise, right?
Yeah, he wanted to go on a cruise, yeah, with what's her name? What's the name of the wife?
No idea.
I'm blanking on her name. She was in Everything Everywhere All at Once. Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah,
that's Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, the wife is
the wife
Jamie
in
Lee
the
Curtis.
Cranks. Whoa.
Yeah, the Cranks. Yeah.
I did not know that. Man, Jamie Lee Curtis is in everything.
Oh yeah, I mean, she's fantastic. So I would say surprisingly solid. I would say Elf is a good comp for it. I would say that I would put it in all right.
Okay, I can agree to that. I do remember like hating this movie just because I felt like it was so lazy, like because it's just all tropes.
Yeah.
The entire thing, but
yeah,
I think all right is fair.
It definitely feels like a generic Christmas movie, but then you actually watch some generic Christmas movies and you realize this is not nearly as generic as it could have been.
That's true. That's fair.
So, yeah, The Year Without Santa Claus, don't remember it.
No idea.
The Santa Claus 2. See, the problem with the Santa Claus 2 is it doesn't really have a trademark that I can recall and stand on its own. You know, the Santa Claus 1, it has a trademark. Tim Allen becomes Santa Claus and has to deal
with
that.
Santa.
Exactly. Murder Santa takes place. And then Santa Claus 3 has the rivalry with Jack Frost. I do not remember what Santa Claus 2 has. It doesn't really have that same calling card. So
no idea.
I would say probably Ho Ho Horrible, honestly, because there's nothing memorable about it. What's memorable about it? So 8-Bit Christmas, no idea.
Haven't seen it.
Why Him? This is a recent one. This one came out not too long ago, but yeah, I haven't seen it. Oh, whoops, that's the wrong one. Where did I put that? There we go. The Littlest Light, no idea. Santa Claus the movie. Yeah, nope. I have no idea about that. Wait, what? Tokyo Godfathers? What?
I haven't seen it, but that sounds cool as hell.
I mean, it sounds really cool.
If that's a Christmas anime, I want to see that.
I mean, sure. I mean, if it is a Christmas anime, that's awesome. But the name Tokyo Godfathers, while extremely cool sounding, does not evoke that.
No.
So, Klaus, never saw it.
Klaus is really good.
Oh, you saw it? Okay.
I did see it. I would probably put that at great.
Oh, okay. I'll take your word for it. Oh, yeah, I'm running out of space. I have to kind of move it up in
Get a mouse, man.
Well, I have a mouse, but I'm not at my home setup, so I apologize.
Get a portable mouse.
Okay, but yeah, so you said great?
Yeah.
All right. Holiday Inn. Never saw it.
Never saw it.
Jingle Jangle. I actually have seen this, if you can believe
Oh, really?
it. Yeah, it's a musical that came out. I think it came out in 2020. Yeah, it came out during COVID. And honestly, I have no idea why I ended up watching it. Actually, I remember because I was someone else wanted to watch it, and I said, oh, okay, I guess, But it's fun, It's got Keegan Michael Key in it. It's got Forrest Whitaker in it. And yeah, it's just basically, the story about, the little guy, who's downtrodden, overcoming the big corporate tycoon, and yeah, building cool toys and stuff. And and then I will say, and I don't normally say this about Christmas musicals, but the songs in this one were actually pretty catchy. Is what I remember. I actually saved a few songs from this to my playlist, so it's actually all right. I would say it's I would say all right is a good category for it. And yeah, I would say if you're if you have like little cousins or little siblings and you just want to put like a musical, it's on Netflix, so I'd recommend it on that level. So, Meet Me in St. Louis, never saw it. This looks like an older one. Judy Garland. Buttons: A Christmas Tale, never heard of that.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, no idea. White Reindeer, never heard of it.
No idea.
Christmas Tale, never seen
Nope.
that, never heard of that. Let It Snow, never seen it, never heard of it. Christmas on the Square. I actually remember this. I haven't seen it, but I remember when this came out. It was the Dolly Parton Christmas musical.
Yeah.
I think people liked it, but I haven't seen it.
So. I haven't seen it.
And I don't know if you saw the Dolly Parton halftime show at the Thanksgiving football game this year, but yeah,
I think I did actually.
The Commanders Cowboys game on Thanksgiving this year, but Dolly Parton, she's still got it, and I mean that in every sense. I mean, she's in her 70s and she still looks great. So good for Dolly Parton. She's still got it. A Very Brady Christmas? I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
I guess it's the Brady Bunch Christmas special, I guess. Okay, well.
This is not a movie.
It is not a movie. It's
a
mini
series.
It's a series on Disney Plus, but it's here, so we'll talk about it. And I have to be honest, I was very relieved to see that this is on this list because it gives me yet another opportunity to make the case for why, for me, I'm not saying for everyone, but for me, Hawkeye is my favorite thing. It's my favorite Marvel Disney Plus thing. It's my favorite Marvel Disney Plus series. In fact, so much so, I was just rewatching it last week.
Really?
And I've rewatched it each year since it came out. So 2021,
really? Wow.
Last year and this year I've rewatched it.
Interesting.
Hawkeye is great. Again, first of all, I want to say this. I want to make a case for the degree of difficulty. Remember before Hawkeye came out, how we were all so ready to roll our eyes. A Hawkeye series, really? Who cares? Who wants to watch a 6-episode Hawkeye series? He's the most boring Avenger. He's got no powers. Why should this be good? But we were so skeptical. Go back and watch our trailer reaction, which is still on our channel, and you will see how skeptical we were of a Hawkeye series. And the degree of difficulty, which is why I give it so much credit, is the Hawkeye series not only made me care about Hawkeye, it made Hawkeye, the dude with the bow and arrow, one of my favorite Avengers. Because it hammered home the point. One of my favorite themes from the series is that all along the way in the Avengers films, and all of their adventures, you have gods and billionaires in robot suits and gamma-powered up Hulks, and super soldiers. Hawkeye and Black Widow are just human beings that are really good at what they do. Hawkeye is just a human guy with a bow and an arrow, and he saved the world just as much as Thor and Iron Man and Captain America. And that's really inspiring when you think about it. Again, they even say in the series, a dude with a stick and a string was out there fighting aliens alongside these other Avengers. And it shows that being a superhero isn't just for isn't just for the Iron Mans and
Not
Thors
about
and
having
Captain
powers.
Americas of the world. It's not about having powers. It's about having the courage to step up when the moment demands it. And I just so enjoyed that. And so again, the Kate Clint dynamic is great. Kate is, I think, my favorite new Phase 4 character. And what's great about her is not that she is, because people, when the series came out, everyone said, oh, Kate, she's a Mary Sue. She's a rich girl. She's had everything handed to her. But the people who say that are missing the point of Kate. Yes, she's rich. Yes, she hasn't lived a hardscrabble life. But what defines Kate as a character? It's not that she succeeds at everything. It's not that she gets everything
fucking up.
Yeah, it's
at every step.
What defines Kate is her ability to recover from failure, her ability to adjust and reposition from failure. And I think that's just such a clever way to that's just such a clever character to pair with the kind of the most down to earth, down home Avenger, and she's constantly fucking up in the series, but she learns from it. And that's what's so important. And so I love that dynamic. I love the stuff with Maya Lopez Echo. I think she's a really fun new character, and she's about to get her own series in a few weeks. I love that we got to see Yelena again. Just that whole thing with the Hawkeyes being caught in this criminal conspiracy, caught between Maya Lopez Echo and a Black Widow, Yelena. Brilliant. I love that dynamic. I just, I think that, the tracksuit gang are just like great stock, Christmas enemies. Basically, they're bumbling like, dudes, but they like firebomb Kate's apartment, for crying out loud. Like they are scary at the same time. And so, and also I love the that final episode with Kingpin is great. Love Kingpin. Love that we got to bring Kingpin back in this series. I love the final battle with I love that. This is just going to tell you things that I love. I love that shot in the finale. My favorite shot, I've decided this, my favorite shot in any Marvel Disney Plus thing is that shot of the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree collapsing and coming down in the finale. I just that visual is so cool. And then also the way it frames that final confrontation between Clint and Yelena, because it's all about, Yelena is there to kill Clint because she thinks that Clint is responsible for Natasha's death, for Black Widow's death. And he has to convince her that, listen, if you're going to kill me, then I can't stop you. But you should know the truth. Natasha sacrificed herself to save the world. She's the reason that any of us are here now and being able to do this. And when she's framed with the fallen tree in the background, with her in sharp focus, it looks like all the Christmas lights on the tree look like Infinity Stones. And it's her finally coming to terms with how her sister died. And with that moment coming so soon after the Black Widow movie came out, that was just a really powerful moment. I really enjoyed that. And so, I mean, again, you got a great supporting cast. I thought the whole swordsman character was really silly and funny. Ultimately, he's not a supervillain. He's just a dude who likes swords and is hitting on Kate's mom the whole time. And we got Echo and Kate Bishop and Kingpin and all these great people and Yelena. So for me, it's the total package. It's the best case scenario for what we've gotten on Disney Plus from Marvel so far. Obviously, I love WandaVision. Obviously, I love Moon Knight. We've had some other great series.
Loki season 2 was good.
Amazing. It was awesome. So I would say that those are all also 9 or 10s out of 10s, but Hawkeye is a 10 out of 10 too. I know people don't feel as strongly about it, but honestly, I would challenge anyone, go back and rewatch it with an open mind. It's a great Avengers story, a great Marvel story, and a great Christmas story too. So because it's all about Clint trying to get back to his family. He's caught up in this conspiracy, but every episode it includes him talking to his kids, talking to his wife. He's trying to get back home for Christmas. So anyway, I love Hawkeye.
I can tell.
So, but what did you think about Hawkeye, real quick, before I put it?
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really, really good. I just didn't think it was as good as WandaVision or Loki. That doesn't mean I didn't like it.
Sure, yeah.
I really enjoyed Hawkeye, and it was very fun. Had a ton of memorable moments, and I love the chemistry between uh, Yelena and Kate.
Mm.
Like they were great together.
Yeah.
I don't want you to think that I didn't like the Hawkeye series. It's
No,
just not my favorite of the Disney Plus series.
No, I don't begrudge anyone their opinion. I just like to explain why I like it so much. Also, the Kate Yelena dynamic was great too. I love that
So
relationship. So, yeah. So anyway, I really want to put it top of the nice list. That's my inclination. Would you object to that?
I would argue for great because it's not a classic Christmas movie.
Yeah, well, okay, that's true. It's not a movie.
It's not a movie, and it's still way too new.
Yeah,
and it's pretty niche.
That's fair.
Like it's more Marvel than it is Christmas.
That's true. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
So okay, so I'll agree to great because in fairness, this is a movie ranking and it's not a movie. So yeah, that is fair. Santa Inc. Never seen it. The Man Who Invented Christmas. Now, I haven't seen it. I know of it. This is the story of Charles Dickens. It's not a Christmas Carol adaptation. It's the story of Charles Dickens writing A Christmas Carol. Which I always thought was interesting. But yeah, I haven't seen it. So
I've not seen it.
I'd like to see it at some point, but I have not seen it. What? Oh, the Solar Opposites Holiday Special. Have you ever seen Solar Opposites? I haven't watched it.
I've seen like clips from it, but I haven't like seen a full episode.
Yeah, I haven't really watched it, so yeah, don't know. The Holiday, don't think I've seen it.
I think my mom just watched The Holiday the other day. It was on TV.
Oh, ask her if she liked it.
She did. It's a rom-com.
Yeah, not fair enough. Powerpuff Girls Holiday Special.
I haven't seen it.
Bad Moms Christmas.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, wait, hold on. What was that I just put in there? Okay. 12 Dates of Christmas. Never seen it. Holiday Affair. Never seen it. Okay. Die Hard 2. Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Die Hard 2 is not a Christmas movie.
Die Hard 2 is not a Christmas movie.
Die Hard 2 takes place like in the middle of August.
Literally, yeah. Like that was the one with the hijacked airplane was Die Hard 2. So, yeah, that's not a Christmas movie. I don't know what that's doing here. So I would say we both have seen it, but it's not a Christmas.
Horrible. It's a horrible Christmas movie.
Yeah, it's a horrible Christmas movie because it's not.
It's not a Christmas movie.
The Ref, never seen it. What is this about? Oh, okay. Well, White Christmas, never seen it.
White Christmas is really good.
Oh, have you seen it?
I have seen it. It's an old movie, but it's very classic, and the writing, the dialogue is super witty and super tight. It'll make you like re-love old movies.
Okay, well that's
like the types of movies that were filmed on sets, like even the outdoor scenes were on sets. It's like that type of.
Okay, yeah.
I would put it at great myself.
Great. Okay, fair enough. All right. Well, I haven't seen it, so can we compromise on all right?
Yeah, you can put it there.
Out of fair. Okay. So, all right. Look at that. The whole list. Of course, more than half was haven't seen, but this is our proper Christmas movie ranking right here.
Got so, off the top of the nice list, which is your favorite?
Ooh. Okay. Well, that's tough. Come on now. That's tough. Well, first, any revisions? I could make an argument for. I want to make an argument for Deck the Halls. I know you haven't seen it, but I have seen it a few times, and that's a really fun movie. That's a movie that I do have a lot of nostalgia for. So
I mean, if you want to move it, you can move it.
So yeah, you know what? Screw it. We'll put it up there because I do really like that movie. That's a fun one, definitely. But yeah, any revisions that you want to make before we?
This looks good to me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can live with this.
I mean, maybe I'd move Hawkeye down.
Fair enough.
To the bottom.
Well, it's a good thing I'm the one streaming.
I'm fucking with you.
Well, there you go. Well, it's streamer's privilege. I'm not moving it. So, okay. Well, of the top of the nice list, what's my favorite? I would say, oh gosh, I mean it's tough because there's so much nostalgia tied up in so many of these. Do you know which one is your favorite?
I mean, I have to go. Favorite Christmas movie is definitely Mr. Magoo Christmas.
Okay.
Because again, we watch it every year.
Sure.
Favorite movie, probably Die Hard.
Yeah, I would say, gosh, boy. I would say if we're going like old school classic, It's a Wonderful Life. That's my old school classic MVP. I would say if we're going childhood, like nostalgia, childhood feels, Charlie Brown Christmas. I mean, without a doubt. In terms of what I most want to rewatch right now,
Hawkeye.
Yeah, Hawkeye, but I've already done that. I've already rewatched that. So, gosh, I mean, that's tough. I definitely want to rewatch Home Alone 2. I definitely want to rewatch Die Hard. I could rewatch Jim Carrey Grinch. I would say I most want to rewatch Die Hard. Okay, I'll say Die Hard. But
you heard it here first, folks. Observation Conversations Christmas movie pick of the year is Die Hard.
Die Hard. Okay. Well, you know what? I think this is a great ranking. I think we've done an excellent job here.
We did.
And this is a great callback to our president's ranking from July 4th as well. So, you know, holidays are a great time for tier lists. So, all right. Well, take a screenshot of this if you care to come back to our rankings, or just hold our rankings in your heart, because there they go. And back to just us.